And we are live again, ladies and gentlemen. Puka, Ryan Aho, One to Go Show. Thanks for jumping on. Once again, just want to real quick thank our friends at the Bottle Shop in Hibbing. So you're camping out in Hibbing, you're going to need cold beer. You're going to want the coldest beer in town. So you just sneak out of that parking lot at Hibbing, go to Taco John's at the stoplight, go straight through that light. That's 25th Street. You're going to come to a stop sign, straight through that. At the next stop sign, right on your right, you're at the Bottle Shop. Jenny Demjanovic, Marcus Demjanovic, we kind of went over this before. Marcus, a former racer, used to be on the IRRA board there in Hibbing. So buy your beer from one of our own. Also, their daughter, Samantha, works there, also was involved in the IRRA. So Bottle Shop, coldest beer in town, best beer in town. Stock up on your Busch Latte. They told me they're going to have lots. All right.
Now, race car drivers, buy all that beer, buy the liquor, buy all that, but drink after the races, right? I remember back in the day, there was all these invitationals. Half the race car drivers were so drunk the second day, it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're still completely trashed, right? Completely done. So quit drinking early, or drink enough that you pass out, right?
Yeah,
early enough.
pass out at midnight.
So that way you can get past that drunkenness so you can go race the next day and do it again Sunday night because Monday's a day off. But do everything you can not to be drunk while you're racing. Some of y'all are struggling as it is, so that ain't gonna help things.
All right, so we just wanted to go over some of our picks now for the shootout for Saturday and Sunday. Again, 6 o'clock start time for those of you that are coming to Hibbing. So you want to start Hornets and go up?
Yeah, let's start Hornets. You know, I tell you, this would be super cool. 12-year-old kid, I'm a big fan. 3rd generation racer, won the points in Hibbing, won the points in Rapids. Keep an eye on Chaston Finkbone in that 40C car. That's my pick to win the Labor Day shootout in the Hornets.
Okay, I'll go with the Rainy Girl. That's got Snert Thundercloud's old car. Yeah, Snert's old car.
It's a fast hot rod.
Yeah,
She may move a couple of them boys out of the way. We'll see what happens.
All right, on to the Pures.
I'm gonna let you go first because I feel like it's cheating if I pick first.
Well, I think we all know who the heavy favorite is. So you went Finkbone. I'll go Finkbone this time. I'll take Finkbone in the number 40 car. He's been almost untouchable this year. That's who I'm taking.
Last year, he won one day. Corey Jorgensen, last year's national champion, won the other day. I'm not picking him. I'm going to pick another young guy, Michael Roth. They actually own Roth RV, sponsor the Grand Rapids Speedway. So I'm going to pick him in that 66 car to win the Labor Day shootout.
All right, so now we move up. Midwest Mods. So, well, you go first.
This one's interesting because I think this is going to be the biggest field of cars. Sounds like Mac Estie's back in the ride. Skeeter Estie, of course. I mean, the cream rises to the top at invite time. Tyler Kittner, I talked to him. He's more interested in drinking beer. If he's focused, he might win.
Bottle Shop.
But my pick, I'm going out on a limb here. It's hard not to pick an Estie, but I'm picking Michael Blevins. He has been very fast all year long in that 10 ride. And he's going to be the guy to watch in the Midwest Mods.
Very interesting. He has definitely been better. I'm going to go with my buddy old pal Mac. He had a win last year, and let's hope that he can get the horseshoe and get a little bit of luck. And I'll go with Mac Estie in the Midwest Mods. All right, and then we move up to the Supers after a battle the other night in Ashland with the Supers. Boy, yeah, it is tough to pick against Kevin Burdick in Hibbing, isn't it?
Is that who you're taking?
I'm going with it. Mr. Burdick, number 30.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. But he's getting too close to the 71A in the win count, so I can't pick him. Who I am going to pick, though, is Shane Sabraski, the Ironman. He's on his quest. We've been talking about this on the One to Go show. He's on his quest to 50. He already got one win on the weekend here. And I tell you what, that's my pick. He's been absolutely dominant in the Wissota Superstocks.
So where's he at on his number?
I think he's at 36 maybe or something like that.
36.
Or 37.
I took the under. Ryan took the over 50. Be interesting to see. I mean, I'm rooting for him, but I just man, it just gets so tough in this invitational time with all these great drivers. So, all right.
It's the 7A is what does it. If he had a 1 in the middle, he'd probably have 10 more wins.
Yeah, he'd already be at 50.
It's the 7A.
He'd already be at 50, yeah. All right, so we got our Superstock taken care of. Mod, I went first, you go first. You're an ex-mod guy. You know these guys like the back of your hand.
Oh, man. Well, I'm an ex-Superstock guy, too. Both of them are good picks. It's hard to pick against Sabraski. Estie's always fast in Hibbing. Johnny Broking's been bolted. I tell you what, there's 2 days in Hibbing. Are we picking one day, or are we picking both?
No.
Or
let's pick them both.
Let's just make two picks.
Two picks.
We're going to make 2 picks. So it's going to be the 45J and the 7A. And you can
whatever
pick,
order.
whichever order. 45J, 7A. That's my picks in the modifieds.
Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit different. I think I'm going to go, I hope he's coming, the 2C of Dave Kane.
He's here.
I like him, okay, because I like him. I watch him at the Masters just a little bit. And I'll go with the other 45. I'll go with Bobby on a pick there.
And Kane's got like 4 wins in the Labor Day Shootout, I believe, right?
Yeah. He's no
And
slouch.
Bob has 2 wins. So, I mean, all these guys have wins, so that's solid.
Well, the reason I bring him up is it was last year or the year before, 5 o'clock heat race, sun's beating down. Dave Kane starts dead last. Now, they did do a little bit of misting. He went up to the mist, passed like 4 cars, caution, gets docked 1 spot, so I think he's 3rd from last. But then he just sliced, diced, high, low, wherever he had to go, and I think he got 2nd or 1st. He won. He ended up, with the passing points. He qualified, but it was just spectacular. So he knows how to get hooked up in Hibbing on the dry. Now this year, we'll see if it is dry. Because of the different start time. Going to be a very cool weekend. So maybe there'll be a lot of tack in the track. All right. So lastly, the late models. Boy, go ahead. I got to think about this one.
He's going with age before beauty. Not that I'm calling him beauty, but I'm older, right? So I tell you, he's been really good all year long. One of my picks is going to be the 6M of Jeffrey Massengill. Of course, he won the Prelude to the Clay Thursday night up at the ABC Raceway in Ashland. He's been very fast. He was bolted last year on Labor Day, passed a ton of cars. I think he finished 5th and 2nd or something like that, so he was good. My other pick, I'm going to go out of town for this one. I'm going to take the X Factor, Jesse Glenz. Last year, he was the hottest guy in the month of September, he won the Legendary 100, the Punky, and he won the Red Clay last year. 3 of those big ones back to back to back. So, and he's won up here. I think he won up in Hibbing in a modified, or he got 2nd. I know he won in Rapids. But I tell you, he is extremely talented. So watch Jesse Glenz.
All right, so speaking of the Red Clay last year, speaking of the Prelude to the Clay the other night, a guy that ran well in both of those races, Derek Vessel. So I'm going to take Derek Vessel as one of my late model picks. And then why don't I go with a semi-hometown person because his wife is from Hibbing. We'll go with the 1-1 Express, Pat Dorr. He's got a few wins in the win column here at the Labor Day Shootout.
Well, 2 things on them, right? Vessel, back-to-back championships in Hibbing in the late models. So that's not really a dark horse, right? He's good in Hibbing. And Pat Dorr, just like Kyle Peterlin did, they both won in 19 and 18.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting. Can one of those guys go 3 in a row? I'd have to look at my notes. I don't know if anybody's ever won 3 years in a row in the Labor Day Shootout. I'm going to have to look at my notes, but that would be definitely interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, everyone. Well, that is kind of what we got cooking for you. So, again, thanks to the Bottle Shop. Catch Ryan and I. We're going to be kind of just doing these videos throughout the week and keeping you guys updated. So, for all the latest Labor Day weekend here from up north in Minnesota, just stay tuned in. Anything else?
No, that's it. Weather looks good. Drink a lot of beer from the Bottle Shop and have a hell of a lot of fun.
All right.